That was a song, of course, from Eastern Kentucky. Another great, famous song that I'm sure most of the people know in this room was written by a fellow named John Prine, who traveled down to Western Kentucky with his parents. And they visited a little town called Paradise. But one summer, when John Prine came with his family down to Western Kentucky, he found that the Peabody Coal Company had hauled the entire town of Paradise away to make room for their strip mining. So he wrote this song called Paradise. Sometimes the people would express their frustration, their feelings, their hopes, and their fears through singing together. Oftentimes they chose old familiar melodies such as spirituals, and they wrote new words. That's the case with this next song, which is to the tune of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and it's all about the strip mining. It's called Strip Away. Right in stride with this theme of the coal mining industry, one of our most famous singers, songwriters from the Eastern Kentucky region was none other than Loretta Lynn. And she was, in fact, the daughter of a coal miner. And she wrote one of her most famous songs, Coal Miner's Daughter. to perform this song for us this evening. We're very proud and excited to present a wonderful, wonderful talent from right here at the Trunnell Elementary family. She's a singer, and she's a wonderful young lady. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Mackenzie Corder.
On a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the Van Leer coal mine. All day long in the field hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the baby at night and read the Bible by the coal light. And everything would start all over come break of morn. Daddy loved and raised 8 kids on a miner's pay. Mommy scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Well, I've seen her fingers bleed. To complain, there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. In the summertime, we didn't have shoes to wear. But in the wintertime, we'd all get a brand new pair. From a mail order catalog, money made from selling a hog. Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well where I drew water. The work we done was hard. At night we'd sleep 'cause we worked hard. I never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then. And it's so good to be back home again. Not much left but the floor. Nothing lives there anymore except the memories of a coal miner's daughter.
If you want a feeling of nostalgia and Kentucky hospitality, there's no place like the Kentucky Derby. This is Channel 9 Fox in the Morning reporter Heather French Henry, giving you the grand tour at the 2002 Kentucky Derby. Look at the stable attendants exercising their horses. Aren't they beautiful?
His timing's off. We gotta get another 30 seconds off his time. That's the boy. Whoa, easy boy.
At the betting booth, people give their money, hoping they will get the long shot and take home the big winnings.
Yes, ma'am. What do you have?
I'll put 20 to show on taking home the gold and a $6 trifecta on numbers 3, 7, 12. Oh yes, and give me a $4 win on the field.
Yes, ma'am. That'll be $30.
Everyone comes to the Derby. People from all over the world know about the Kentucky Derby. It is the crown of horse races. Let's head upstairs. On Millionaire's Row. Food and drink are plenty. Country ham, burgers, derby pie, mint juleps. There's famous people and stars everywhere you look. Famous Kentuckians like to come to the Derby. It's like a homecoming. Why, there's Muhammad Ali and his wife Lonnie.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Muhammad, what did you think of your movie that came out this year?
Well, it's pretty good. Will Smith did as good as he could, but no one moves as fast as me.
Speaking of the movies, here are some of America's favorite actors, all from Kentucky. Lee Majors, Ned Beatty, Tom Cruise, and George Clooney.
Well, I'd just like to say that I grew up right here in Louisville in the suburbs of St. Matthews. I love my hometown. It's nice to be home.
That was Academy Award winner Ned Beatty, a respected character actor.
I didn't live in Louisville long, only a couple of years. I went to St. X High School. That's my claim to Kentucky.
You know that voice. That was none other than Top Gun's Tom Cruise.
I'm not sure why this group is letting me hang out with them. I was from the central part of the state, and I was more a TV star than a movie star. My best gig was the Big Valley and the Bionic Man.
Lee Majors, there's a bond that Kentucky creates in us no matter what path we choose, right, George Clooney?
Right, Ned. Besides Lee, TV was a great starting place for me. If it weren't for the TV series ER, I probably wouldn't have gotten all those great parts in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, Batman, Perfect Storm, or Ocean's 11. I grew up in Maysville, Kentucky on the Ohio River. My summers were spent helping strip tobacco. None of the acting I do is as hard as that work was.
Well, thank you guys for giving us some of your time today at the Derby. Looky here. I see George Clooney's Aunt Rosemary, a famous singer from the big band era and a movie star. She's talking to two other musicians, Billy Ray Cyrus and Loretta Lynn.
Hello, Heather French Henry, America's past Miss American, girl from my hometown of Maysville, Kentucky. So nice to see you here at the Derby. Billy, Loretta, and I were just comparing notes on which of our songs were our favorite.
Rosemary Clooney, what did you pick?
I think my favorite was getting to sing White Christmas with Bing Crosby. He was a great friend of mine, you know.
Billy Ray Cyrus, what did you pick?
Achy Breaky Heart. I love to watch the kids dance to the music.
Loretta Lynn, what did you pick?
Coal miner's daughter. My daddy was a real coal miner, and I loved my daddy so.
Over here we have Annie Potts and Lily Tomlin. Annie Potts has been in TV's Designing Women and many movies. Lily Tomlin started on a TV show called Laugh In. She has done many movies.
Lily has me in stitches. Go ahead, Lily. Do your telephone operator for Heather.
Hello, what number, please?
Oh my goodness. Here are two Kentuckians from the Backstreet Boys, Kevin Richardson and Brian Luttrell. Hey guys, are you giving a concert tonight?
Yeah, we're going to the Palace on 4th Street after the races. Hope we get a good crowd.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You guys are great. Wow, I see Louisville's own Diane Sawyer interviewing Danny Sullivan, a famous race car driver from Kentucky, and Martha Lane Collins, Kentucky's first woman governor for ABC's Good Morning America. Diane, could we get a word with you?
Hello, Heather. Good to see you. How are you doing on your morning show on Channel 9?
Oh, it's coming along. With just passing the Miss America crown on, marrying Kentucky's lieutenant governor, having a baby, and starting a job as a morning show host, I've put a lot of eggs in my basket. I so admire you, Diane, winning the Teen Miss title as a young girl, doing the local weather here on Louisville TV, becoming the key journalist for President Nixon's administration, and then quickly moving on to national broadcasting. You are my idol. You are always so sweet, calm, and smooth.
Thank you, Heather. I just love what I do, and I try to be myself.
Here's Chuck Olmsted from WHAS TV.
Hello, Heather. What a wonderful time we're having here on Millionaire's Row. Hope everyone will tune into the news tonight to see the events of the day.
Well, that concludes our tour at the Derby, the world's most famous horse race. Hospitality, Kentucky food, fast horses, and famous people, many of them Kentuckians.